Have you ever heard of Charles Dutton? Well, I never did either. But this week I came across a part of his story, and something that he said kind of intrigued me and gave me food for thought as I bring to you another heart to heart talk today. Hi, I'm John Kuert. Thanks for joining me for another message from my heart to your heart. I hope it's a blessing to you today, and I hope and pray that each and every one of you are having a good day. I hope that this week has been good for you, and it's been great for me, and I thank the Lord for that. But anyway, I'd like to invite you to come by our church sometime. It's located in Clarion, Pennsylvania, there on 499 Greenville Pike Extension in Clarion, and Sunday service is at 10:30, and we would love to have you. Great fellowship, great music, and I try to bring a relevant message each and every Sunday. Well, anyway, back to Charles Dutton. No one ever thought that he would achieve anything because he went to prison for manslaughter for 8 years. He was a young man that grew up in a broken home and got into a lot of fights. Eventually, one of those fights turned into manslaughter, and he ended up spending 8 years in prison. And while he was in prison, Charles developed a passion for theater. Someone had given him a book, and he became very interested in acting and directing. And when he eventually got out, after serving for 8 years in prison, some of them in solitary confinement, he became a Tony Award nominated director and Emmy Award winning actor and director, and went on to somewhat of successful career in Hollywood. Well, someone once asked Dutton how he managed to make such a remarkable transition. And this is the thing that kind of intrigued me, and this is a great response. So, in response to the question, how did you manage to make such a great transition? And his reply was this: well, unlike the other prisoners, I never decorated my cell. I like that. He never decorated his cell. He didn't want to feel like that was home. He didn't want to get too comfortable there. And so he did not decorate his cell. He did not want to consider that home. Instead, he looked for the time when he would get out and his surroundings would change, that his time in prison was only temporary, a place to lay his head until he got out and went to on to better things. Well, as I thought about that, I thought, the same is true of us as Christians. This world is not our final resting place, and yet so often we become so taken up with it. We want to decorate it so wonderfully and hold on to the things of this world. But you know what? This world is not our final resting place. That's that song we used to sing. This world is not my home. I'm just a passing through. Well, it's true. And we need to remember to hold things gingerly, not to hold on to the material things and the good things of this life so tenaciously. I think it's better for us to give, and the Bible says when we give, it will come back to us, and we will be blessed by that. But sometimes we just kind of hold on to these things, these material things, which eventually we are going to have to let go anyway. So anyway, I think that there's a tremendous truth in that, and it just his response, the fact that he said he never decorated his cell because he didn't figure that was his final resting place. And you know what? That's the way the Bible writers and the great patriarchs of the Old Testament and the disciples of the New Testament. That's the way they lived their lives. And Hebrews 11 reminds us of the many of the giants of our faith who admitted they were aliens and strangers on earth. They were longing for a better country, a heavenly one. Abraham, when he was called from his home to go, and he went by faith. But even when he got there, even when he got to that promised land, he knew that it was not his final home. In Hebrews 11, it says that he waited for the city which has foundations, whose builder and maker is God. And that's what we should be doing, is waiting and looking forward to that city whose builder and maker is God. Not these earthly things that seem to take our attention and take priority so often. Let's not decorate our places too much and get too comfortable, because sooner or later Jesus is either going to come or he's going to take us out of this world. We're going to have to give it up eventually. You cannot take it with you. And so it's important for us to keep in focus these important things. How sweet it is that we can look forward to the place that Jesus has gone ahead to prepare for us. That's what he told his disciples in John 14. I go to prepare a place for you, that where I am, there you might be also. And when that day comes, we meet him face to face, we'll know that we are truly home. So I pray that is a little bit of an inspiration to you today. I don't want it to sound morbid in any sense, but let's not hold on to the things of this world too tightly. Let's remember that there is a better place where we are going to end up throughout all eternity, and a place where God has prepared for us to spend eternity with him. So God bless you today. I hope and pray that you'll stop by and see us sometime at Alpha Assembly, 499 Greenville Pike Extension in Clarion, Pennsylvania, Sunday mornings. We have great fellowship, great music. I try to bring a relevant message, and so, Lord willing, we'll see you one of these Sundays. And in the meantime, take care and God bless. Bye-bye.